Blockman 1000, G-Man 1000 on the ECF forum, and what I have here is the KR808 fluxomizer with the new tubes from gotvapes.com. And I was toying around with the idea because I had some Vortexes. I have some here that I bought from them, and it came with a nice. These are already burned out. I only was able to fill these once, and they burned out. So one of the things that really comes with it, it's really handy, is the mouthpiece. It's a nice mouthpiece. It's like a cheap. It's not a drip tip, but it's a decent mouthpiece with a silicone rubber ring on the end, and it has a shoulder stop to prevent it from going too far into the Vortex tube. Well, I wanted to find an easy way to fill the CE2s because I just got these in today, and I already went ahead and filled this one. But I also put the Vortex mouthpiece, and if you notice, those are the original 3 seals. There's the paper clip I bent to pull it out, and there's the mouthpiece. And I wanted to go ahead and find an easier way to fill these without having to toy with like a paper clip, carrying around some kind of tool. So in the package of the fluxomizers, it came handy, real handy now, as I guess they came out with. It came with a blunt needle syringe tip, and I already had the syringe. So I filled it up originally the way that it's supposed to be with the syringe, and then I started toying with the idea of opening or trimming this down so I can get a one-piece plug. I'm shooting this on my phone, but let me see if I can pull this plug off. Well, give me a second. Let me just pull it off. See if we can get this off here. There we go. Here's the plug. Here's the CE2, and that's the Vortex mouthpiece. Now, sorry. If you notice, when I first got this, I didn't really have to do much. I pulled out all the inner seals. I fluffed up the wicks as per the instructions from Bad Colo on his excellent video about using the CE2s and modding them. And I was able to go ahead and I used a couple of tools to shorten down this tube on the end. The first thing I looked at was I put the Vortex mouthpiece into it, and it had about a 2 millimeter gap from the top of the wick cut. So what I got was I went to my reloading tools table, and I have a little tool here. Let me put this down for a second. Right here, it's a deburring tool. If you notice, it's an inside and outside deburring tool. I went ahead and finished this up. Well, there's actually still a little bit of juice down there in the bottom. But what I did was, this tool is pretty straightforward. You see there? What it does, it allows you to chamfer things. I don't really have a stand, but let me see if I can find a way to hold the camera up so we can at least give you a view. It's not going to be pretty hard, but basically what you do is you take this, you put it in here, and you turn this. Oh boy! You basically turn this tool inside there, and what it does, it cuts it, and at the same time it's cutting it, it puts a chamfer on the inside mouth of the CE2, and if you flip this around and you use it like this, sorry, it cuts the outside to clean it up. Now, it took me about, I'd say, 5 minutes to get this Vortex mouthpiece to sit flush against the top of the cup. So it's basically a one-piece cap right there. So now when I put this in, all I gotta do is pop it in. Sorry, I don't really have a webcam or anything, and there you go. It fits flush in there. So I've already tried vaping it upside down. You see some juice. It's probably gonna be flowing down in there. And I've been vaping it constantly. The flavor is very consistent. The vapor is fine. Let me try and see if there's anything left in here. This is my first fill with this CE2, and I've pretty much vaped it almost to where it's all the juice is left on the wick, but it took me about 20 minutes just to try and see if it'll leak. I've been vaping it upside down. I don't get any gurgling. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm just about out of juice, so for me it worked. The good thing about the Vortex 2 mouthpiece is that it also has a condensation trap. So if you do get a little juice in there, it's not too bad. But basically what it is just, there's a couple other things I did to make this fit. I used a lighter to like when I had the Vortex mouthpiece on, I lit this around here just to heat it up. Then I used a where is it? A single edge razor blade to just like trim off any excess material around the sides. And then after that, I heat it up again, and then I just kind of push the Vortex in to let it seat. And then it's hard to tell there. Let me see if I can focus in on that area. Try to get that. Yeah, kind of hard, but if you notice, the mouthpiece is pretty much flush against there, and you can see the wick, how it's butted up against there, fluffed up. And now I got a one-piece cap using a Vortex 2, and it took like, you know, just a few minutes of time here, you know, a little bit of experimenting, but now I got a cap that I don't have to use the three seal pieces. And I vape this thing. I've been vaping this thing for a while. You know, let me try and refill it real quick. Well, I don't have my juice out here with me, but basically this is what I did, and it works really well. I still have like another box, or I've used up, I'm on my second box of Vortexes, but you know, don't get rid of the mouthpieces if you have them. If you have a CE2, you can do this, and you have a one-piece cap. You know, and I just like to thank the guys at Got Vapes and all the people on the ECF forum. Hopefully this will help someone out who's looking for another way to, you know, use their CE2s with a cap that they can just pop off and then pour or drip juice into it on the sides, and you know, fill it up without having to carry a syringe around. I just use a syringe because, you know, I had it handy. You know, if I'm at home, I can use a syringe to fill. But if I go out and I'm running low on juice, I can just pop this cap off, fill, and go. And right there, you can see the wick cup and where the Vortex 2 silicone rubber end cap or rubber cap is butted up against it. And that's all I got time for. And thank you for watching. And hopefully you find this I hope everybody finds this video helpful if they have the time to do it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.